Before I continue discussing the markets, please take this moment now with helping me and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Click subscribe. Click this bell. Click all. This helps you receive a notification when I post my next videos. Next, click the thumbs up button every time you watch my videos. Okay, let's continue with the view of the markets. Hello, it's 11:01 a.m. New York time. This video I'm going to discuss currencies. It's the last trading day of the week, the month, and the year. If you haven't already, give this video a thumbs up below and subscribe if you're new. Plus comment something below awesome. I appreciate it. Back to the video. Currencies. We're looking at the US dollar index. Each candle is a week. This is a short week because the markets close this Friday. The US dollar index is trending and it's trending down. The US dollar is getting weaker. What are some of the reasons why the US dollar gets weaker? One, if interest rates are going lower. Two, if the United States deficit is increasing. Yes, both have occurred and both are still occurring. Weaker US dollar. All commodities are priced in US dollar. So the price of goods are going higher and it costs you more dollars to buy those products, indirectly or directly. We also broke a low this week, big round number, 90. Let's look at a cryptocurrency called Bitcoin. This is the most widely traded currency in the cryptocurrency markets. It's Bitcoin. It trades also in the futures market. For the week, new high. And for the year, this whole grid is whole year, new high. Got it? Let's look at the currency pairs, the major ones in the US dollar. So these are currencies that trade in the futures market. They also trade in the Forex market. They're both currency exchanges. Here, when they are trending up, that is weakness against the US dollar and give the foreign currency strength. So the first pair, again, each candle is a week, and this is a 1-year grid. This is the euro. Made a higher high this week, broke out above that inside candle from last week in this consolidation, and it's all-time high for the year. This is a wedge, these two purple lines, and it's getting tighter from the top and bottom. It's building a coil. It's going to break out at some point, very strong. Japanese yen. It's in a consolidation phase. And it's making several consolidations, staircase pattern higher high. It's trending higher, giving strength to the yen and weakness to the US dollar. Again, the yen is a currency that's considered a safe haven. US dollar is considered a safe haven. Japanese yen is Swiss franc. We already see the US dollar is weakened. The British pound, new high for the week and new high for the year. Trending phase up. Since the UK is leaving the EU, it's giving strength to the British pound. Canadian dollar, it's inside consolidation, but still near the highs of the year. Swiss franc, another safe haven currency I mentioned. All-time high for the year and high for the week, trending higher. Australian dollar, powerhouse for the year. All-time high for the year right now. Broke out of this consolidation, trending. Let's go look at the higher time frames, which are the slower time frames. First, we'll look at the US dollar and then the cryptocurrency Bitcoin. So this is a 5-year chart. Each candle is a month. And we're looking at the US dollar. So each candle being a month, again, today is the last trading day of the month. We are trending down, lower. And for the 5 years, we are almost at the record low. Here's the record low for the 5 years. We are much closer to the record low than the record high. really bearish for the US dollar. And look for the month of December, we broke out of this consolidation straight down. Bitcoin took out the swing high of last month and took out the high from 5 years ago. Huge trading range. Looks like the largest trading range for the past 5 years. Vertical, like a rocket ship. And when it falls, it's going to be very hard to want to catch a falling knife. It will happen sometime. Who knows what price level it will go, but it's fast and vicious. Things don't always go up. As we saw here, went up, went down, again, went up, and then roll over. Again, we're back here on the monthly time frame. And look at the major currency pairs on the monthly time frame against the US dollar. Excuse me. I apologize. Look at the euro on the monthly chart. Here's the all-time high for the 5 years, all-time low for the 5 years. So we're gunning higher into the nearer to the all-time high for the 5 years. Also on the monthly, look at that, we broke out a consolidation phase, trending higher. Again, this is the euro against the US dollar. Japanese yen, trending higher. The high for the year is here. We're much closer to the high than the low of the year. And for the past 5 years, here's the high. British pound. Again, this is a 5-year grid. Each candle is a month. This month, we broke above this consolidation and took out the swing high of last year. British pound, super strong. Canadian dollar also took out the swing high, took out the high of last month and the high from 2018. Or sorry, this took out the swing high from 2018. The high for 2018 was here, but it took out the swing high, trending higher. Swiss franc took out the high of last month, broke above this consolidation phase. And for the past 5 years, we are at record highs. Safe haven currency. Australian dollar, that broke out of consolidation last month. Higher, all-time high for the year, and gunning towards that high of the 5 years. Strong up move. Now let's look at the top 3 currencies that are in the US dollar. We have the euro, the yen, and the pound. So we'll first look at the euro pairs. We already mentioned whenever we did a review of the euro US dollar. Now we'll look at the euro yen. The euro yen broke out of this consolidation this week. This is a weekly. We also took out the swing high. This yellow horizontal line is a swing high. We took it out this week in this consolidation, but we're back inside this range. But again, the strength is still on the upside of the euro against the yen. Euro, British pound. The British pound is gaining strength against the euro. As this declines, it's weakening the euro, giving strength to the pound. Again, it's still not so much of a trend. It's much more an consolidation phase. But come the new year, when the separation is done, we should start seeing much better trending in the favor of the British pound, I believe. Euro, Canadian dollar. Lower low, lower high, but it's much more an consolidation versus trending. Euro, Swiss franc. Yeah, a lot of consolidation, not the best trending. Euro, Aussie dollar. Very strong Aussie dollar trending. One of the strongest currencies for the past year. Aussie is doing very well against many currencies. So as this declines, it's giving strength to the Aussie dollar against the euro. Let's look at the next largest currency in the US dollar index, which is the yen. So we'll look at the yen pairs. Top 3 currencies in the US dollar is first the euro, then the yen, then the British pound, then the Canadian dollar. So looking here, Rudy went over, did a review of the US dollar yen. We already did a review of the euro yen. Already did a review of the pound yen. No, maybe we didn't do this one. I'm sorry. Yeah, I think we did. Sorry. Canadian dollar, Japanese yen. It's in a consolidation phase. And as it goes higher, it's giving strength to the Canadian dollar against the yen. So it looks like a pullback minor for a pullback into demand zone and buyers stepping in. So I'm believing it's going to trade up higher. You see right here the trend, the pullback, and the trend occurring to further upside, giving more strength to the Canadian dollar against the yen. And Swiss franc, Japanese yen, trending lower, giving strength to the Japanese yen against the euro, against the Swiss franc. So this was a this was a supply zone where sellers were here in the past. This week it went up, that weekly candle went up, rejected it. Another week went up, rejected it. Again, supply zone, sellers were there, pushing this lower. We'll find out the following phase, the next week, if it's going to be a consolidation phase to roll over, or if it's going to go higher and break above this swing high, that'd be giving more strength to the Swiss franc against the Japanese yen. Aussie, Japanese yen. The trend is up in favor of the Aussie dollar. Super strong Aussie dollar against the Japanese yen. Hitting all-time high for the year. Going to the next, the pound, the third biggest currency, the US dollar. Have we already discussed this one? Pound, US dollar, pound yen. Again, swing high, swing low, these two yellow horizontal lines, and broke out this consolidation phase, trending higher, giving favor in the pound against the yen. Euro pound, we already discussed that. Pound Canadian dollar, favoring the pound going stronger against the Canadian dollar. So this is a swing high, say with this one, and see if it goes above that 175 range. Very strong reversal, like a V pattern here. Higher highs, higher lows. Even though this week it's inside candle, it's not done yet. We'll see what happens soon. Very strong, the pound. Pound Swiss franc, inside candle for a week in this big consolidation phase. And pound Aussie dollar, consolidation phase here, inside candle for the week. And since this was consolidation broke down, that was favoring the Aussie dollar. And now we're in another consolidation. And you could look at this as a reverse flag. This is the pole, this is the flag. And typically, the breakout is to the continuation. So since this is the pole inverse and the flag, one would think it should be breakout going lower here, giving strength, further strength to the Aussie dollar against the pound. But because this was a prior demand zone where buyers were, and then look what happened here. There was a little tail there. Buyers stepped in here. One should be very cautious here. Very cautious. But time will tell. We'll see what happens. If you like this market information I've shared and want to learn more with greater detail, step-by-step training, I have a Patreon page. I share trade ideas for earning monthly income. Below in the description box, click Show More. Scroll down. This link here, click on it. Take you here to my Patreon page. Select a membership and join. Then you have access to unlock my posts.